Alright folks, welcome back to the third and possibly final installment of the Woodland Mushrooms. I think that's what it's called by LEGO Botanicals. This is set number 11505. Contains 806 pieces, retails for $79.99. That was provided by the LEGO Group for a review. Thank you, LEGO. Or late review, but still thank you anyways. And yeah, we are getting somewhere. And this is what we've done in the last installment. Right now we're more or less like at an 8.5, just due to build quality. Build experience is pretty good, but I can tell you right now there's not a whole lot of play value with it. And yeah, we're experiencing some parts falling off, so it's just build quality, nothing more. Well, in this build installment, we are going to wrap up with bags 6 and 7. And I'm going to do the review and just do it all right now. So I want to get this thing here built. It is the 21st of May 2026. You can tell I'm a little tired. I just got up. So I was going to finish this up last night, but I didn't. Well, right now it's an early morning build. So I'm pretty pleased with the set. Well, so just like with all these are not to be construed or considered as a professional product review, how-to, or tutorial. This is just merely my notes for my write-ups. In addition, the wording and commentary is mine and mine alone. LEGO does not tell me what to say or nor pay me what to say. I just say what's on my mind. And lastly, this is not my job, not my career. This is just something to do as a hobby for fun, just something to relax and to do before work. And this one here is no exception. This one's pretty fun, actually, so it's a good little palate cleanser before a long, boring day. Well, before we get on a boring day, let's get going. Let's start with bag number 6. And yeah, got to keep it kind of quiet because everybody's in bed right now. And, yeah, well, let's see. Well, I see a small bag in there, so we'll be here probably for 20 minutes. So let's get going here. Looks like we got ourselves... Oh, look, we got Smurf hats, but they're unfortunately in that a slouchy beanie. Yeah, I got a couple of those. Got a couple of slouchy beanies in my headwear arsenal. I used to be into wearing beanies. Sometimes I'll wear them. It just depends. But, well, it's summertime. I don't need to wear a beanie right now. Yeah, so it looks like we're just going to be messing with brown and nougat. So we're messing with vomit colors. So we're right back to here. And I got myself kind of wanting to get this set done just before work. So my goal is to try to get it done before then. So let's just get going here. Yeah, see if I can get this done and reviewed, and then over the weekend I will just what I'll do is just review it and get it up there as quickly as I can for your viewing entertainment or viewing pleasures or enjoyment, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I got a couple ideas for tutorials, but that requires me to finish at least some reviews up first. I think I have a couple of sets coming in today. I don't know. But if they are, I still got to get done with the with other things. Like I got to get done with the Pokemon sets and stuff, so I need to get going on those quickly. Yeah, so I'm hoping you can hear me fine. I'm using the other memory card, the one they usually do the reviews on, or the review portions. I really would like to get this done today, if possible. Now I'm looking for a 2x2 flat tile that's dark brown. Should be able to find that in here. Well, I don't see it anywhere in here. Uh-oh, because I don't have dark brown. Well, there it is. Yeah, dark brown. Yeah, it's always nice to have extra brown colors. But for the most part, though, this is not a bad set. If you're an adult, you're getting into this, or you just like plants in general, here you go. And yeah, so I got some things I need to get done. I was going to sit down and watch an anime, and I thought, well, I want to get this one done here. So I thought, well, I'll spend my free time doing this now. You know, if LEGO says it's no big hurry. Well, there's some juicy parts out of this I'd like to start using, so yeah, I got to get it done first and reviewed, because I don't want to just take things and not put my 2 cents worth in. Yeah. I don't know, those dark animes I've been watching, I've been getting getting hooked by them. Oh, I thought that was in dark brown, but that's just in black. So I've been kind of just watching those just to let my mind run wild, and sometimes even cartoons will inspire me to build some mocks and stuff. So yeah, maybe I might see something familiar in one of those builds. Don't know yet, but what I do know is we need to get going on this so I can get her done and get it out of here today. You know, so try to get it reviewed before work. This is an easy review. It's just getting to the review is a problem. I got to put this together, so I got to get going on this one now. Yeah, hey, at least it's not a white turd. So I'm hoping you're seeing what I'm doing here. This bigger stuff is hard to move around. I don't want to take a risk. Okay, don't forget your 1x1 plate back here. Almost forgot that. And it looks like we have a white stud here. Kind of ought to see that there. And then some round plates. I was thinking about that place I went camping at, and it was a really nice place. It was like $15 a night because we were on off season. But next weekend, well, this weekend's going to be Memorial Weekend here in the States. Well, prices shoot up to about $25. Oh, my girlfriend's like, oh, I made it just in time because I didn't want to have to pay more for the same thing. She goes, I don't blame you. It was worth 15, but not 25, so you're happy there. So that was it. So I got to thinking, I kind of just missed the whole outdoors thing. I'd like to build these outdoors one day, but it's either too hot or it's too cold, and, you know, if I lived up in the mountains or something, I wouldn't mind. But unfortunately, I do not. Trying to find another 2x3 here. I'm hoping the microphone picks everything up. I think the last time I did something like this, it did. I got to talk quiet because everybody's in bed, and if somebody wakes up, they're going to wonder, what are you doing in here? Who are you talking to? You know, that kind of thing. Alright, looking for some more round pieces. Yeah, it's nice to put something together. I like putting together my own stuff, though, but like I said, you know, here's the deal. Where do I get 99% of my parts come from building sets, where most people's parts come from, you know. Unless you're building one of my customs or somebody's custom, you're going to have to order the parts. But that's where I get these from here, is from sets like this. Well, so far so good. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. And just kind of slowly put that together. Well, obviously something's going to get attached in there, but we don't know yet. These dark brown tiles are good for like floorboards. You mix them with dark orange, medium nougat, brown. They'd work really good for floorboards. That kind of thing. So it looks like something larger is going to go here. I don't think it'd be a tree, but we do not know yet. We do not know. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of Devil is a Part-Timer, and that's a pretty funny cartoon to watch. Just kind of rewatching some of the older seasons. Never binge watched it, but oh no, there goes the voice again. But let me get this in so I can do that. Well, maybe it's clearing itself up. But I got that in there. Oh, we got to make 2 of these. So there's one that goes over here. Now these are going to swing around, so we're going to have to be careful with them. Oh, I like watching those comedy ones. They're always fun to watch. Yep. Except when I get to the dark anime, those are even more entertaining. And I got to clear my throat. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and I forgot to put this piece in here. Let's see now. We're just building a trunk of something right now here. And yeah, so it looks like now we are adding something else to it. I'm not sure what that is, but we will find out eventually. And if you don't like Technic, you may want to close your eyes. I know I wish I can right now, but unfortunately, we got to do Technic today. So let's see here. All right. So if I yawn a few times, my apologies. Okay, so what it's telling us to do, they're showing us what this looks like. So the stud part sticks outwards, and you got to put all these on here. Yeah, got to put 8 on there. Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to think of some stuff to do for summertime. I still got to get some personal chores done, but like haircuts and stuff. But I just need to get going on things as I'm going to become lazy. I got 10 weeks of vacation time I got to burn through, so what am I going to do? I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty much what they were showing there. I'm not sure what's going to go on that, but yeah, but it shows it like that. And yeah, that's what mine looks like right there. And oh, no, you're not done yet. You got to do more here. Sometimes I'm kind of like, you know, the reason why I got into the botanicals, did I put the stud on right? No, I put it on wrong. Because a lot of people request these. And so I got the question, you know, Jay, you know, are you going to do any more botanicals? Well, here they are. So I'm trying to get all the botanicals. I think everybody prefers these style of videos because they're more for mature builders and such. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to shoot for here. This channel is really only meant for older LEGO builders. It's not meant for children by any means. And before somebody says, well, LEGO's for kids, well, not really anymore. Okay, so it goes like that. Make sure we're not building 2 of those. I'm going to have to go back in and do it again. And then this goes here, and there's a brown one that goes on this side. Who knows what we're building here? We'll find out eventually what it is, but right now, well, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I could just cheat, but then again, I want to make it challenging, not easy. I got to make these hard for you. Sometimes I prefer just to build stuff than watch TV. And my bunch, they prefer to watch TV. After a while, I'm kind of like, no, not really. Okay, this thing goes like that. And okay, it goes right here like this. So we're really doing something here. I think they use this as a different color as a key, because the next ones of these are just 3 brown ones. So, oh well, let's get them on there real quick before I change my mind and stop. But no, I'm going to finish this one up here today so we can get it going. Okay, and then after that, now it wants us to make... Okay, so we got to make 6 of these, and it's got to look like that with the tan right there. Alright, so we're going to have to make some stuff here. Okay, so let's get going here. Yeah, I've been watching some dark animes. My goodness, I tell you, these are not meant for children by any means. I was watching one where this kid was talking about stuff that I can't even mention on YouTube. That's how bad it was. But from a mature viewer's point of view, it's just entertainment to me, you know. But if I was a junior high or high school kid, yeah, I would kind of believe it, but, you know. But I grew up in a different time where TV was all pretend, regardless of whatever was on. Now it's like voting season, and all I see now are political ads on regular television, so I kind of just shy away from all that right now, and I just want to watch I just want to be entertained, not reminded. So I want to just kind of, you know, just relax and stuff. Okay, so I think the easiest way to do this here is to hold it like this and start from here. And the track pieces are actually facing right, so we're going to do it like this here. And, okay, we got to put this one here. So don't you move. So we can't put nothing here or here, so we're going to have to work our way around here. So I see what we're doing now. Well, that one doesn't want to go in. Do I have to force it in? Oh. Well, I forgot to put something on that, didn't I? Well, it happens. Just put that right in there, patch it right up. There we go. Right there. Let's see here. Yeah, looks just like the picture. Making sure the cross axle's the same way. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're ready to go with that one. There, we got through that miserable thing. But oh no, 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 we have to do something else here. I thought they were mirrors, but they are not, so let's just plug these in. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious what everybody's going to be doing for summertime. Like I mentioned in one of my other videos, I'm going to be at the house doing really nothing this summer. Well, I'll probably be doing lots of reviews. It depends on what I have to do around here or who disturbs me. But I'm missing clips. Okay, make sure I'm reading that right. Oh no, we're not supposed to put those there. All right, hold on. I know what we're doing now. I did a boo-boo here. Okay, those are plates are not supposed to go there. Yeah, if you've noticed, I make lots of mistakes in these, so that's why I don't say these are tutorials, because I'm going to be bound to make a few mistakes here and there. And these go right here. How many of those do I need? 3 of them? 2. And then one of these things right here. I'll bring it up and show it to you here in a second what I'm doing. I have to make sure that I'm doing it correctly so I can show you. So we're doing something like that. Okay. And then this one here goes on the brown plate. Obviously these are going to face upwards. And then we got one more to build. Slightly different, of course. Well, you notice the parts are going down, so we're doing something right here. And yeah, getting a haircut's a chore. I got to get up early to do that one. I don't know, I may just do that before I go to work. Right now with Memorial Day, well, no, Memorial Day's coming up. After that's going to pass, and then my barber's going to be free because all the holidays are over. So that means that I can probably get a haircut and not have to fight the kids. So just be there about 9 in the morning. Oh, it depends if they're in summer school or not. It just depends. I just want to get in, get the haircut, and get out. And this one here goes like that. So yeah, except for this being kind of squirmy, I guess that's okay. But that's what we've done there. But no, we're not done yet. We are not even close, because now we're going to have to probably add a crown to this now. Yeah. Oh, we got a ladybug. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's printed, too. Isn't that cool? So we got to decorate it. And this goes on the top. Does it really matter where she goes? Not really. Put it right there. And then looks like now we're adding some growth off of these. So let's grab this here. And it looks like it goes like that in the middle. And what I'm gathering is it goes here. Like that. Oh, so that's a place to step on it, to step on the little lily pad. I would go camping sometimes and I would see mushrooms just growing off the sides of trees. You're like, wow, okay. And we got to make 4 of these, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set those right there and just start fabricating things together. Sometimes it's just easier doing it this way here. I'm hoping I have enough memory card and time to do this. The review's not going to take that long. It's going to be very quick because I'm just going to, I may put it on a turntable. I don't know yet. Somebody had said, well, you know, Jade, a lot of people don't, when they build this stuff, they don't put it on a turntable. If you're into Lego hobby, get a turntable. I kid you not, it's going to be your lifesaver. Because you can just rotate the bill without having to pick it up or slide it around and stuff. Lego, I'm surprised you don't make a half one of these. Yeah, but I got this stupid hair. Boy, all these tiles are like upside down and it's so hard to get them off the table. If you don't have sharp nails, good luck getting those off. But I've chopped all mine off. Yeah, I noticed since I've been putting the disclaimers, I haven't had any people complaining. I've had like one or two, and I'm like, did you skip over that part? Some have. I don't get it. So it shows us here how to put them in. So we're going to start. I think the easiest thing to do is to start here and work our way down. Well, let's hope nothing gets crunched in and breaks. Alright, so the next one would go right here. Sorry if my hands are in the way, I'll pull them away as much as I can so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, putting these on, I'm afraid something's going to crunch in and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. This thing here. And the last one goes right there. So there we go. Kind of cool, huh? Looks like something's growing off the side. They could be nice little stepping stones too. That'd be a nice little pathway for like a tree house or something. And this goes right in here. The mushrooms are, this thing here is right on this side here. So first things first. Okay, it is like that. Always check your work. Don't just think it's, you know, you're not going to mess up, because I want to make sure this went in the right way. Yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to be left in. I think there's supposed to be holes. Indeed there is. So if you got holes at the bottom, that's fine. Well, this bag's taking longer than I thought because we're doing a lot of small parts. As I said, don't let the size fool you. We got to make 5 beanie hats. Okay, so we got to shove that in there like this. Well, got some nice camping hats. I don't think anybody wears slouchy beanies anymore. I just had one that was oversized and I just kind of let the back just flop over. Why not? I'm a sloppy dresser. Even when I'm at work, I'll just wear a pair of jeans and a polo shirt. And that's about as dress up as I go. I don't like wearing a suit and tie like some of my colleagues. Cause every time I see somebody in a suit and tie, I just kind of cringe thinking, what are you hiding? You know. I got one more left. If you wear one, that's cool. I just, you know. Okay, so after we get our Smurf hats installed, we have to put those on these 5 things sticking out right here. So, let's see here. I'm trying not to mess with the focus too much. I'm hitting the manual focus ring, which I shouldn't do. So it looks like this part here faces the back side. So you're just going to take these, hold that down at the top, put your finger up there. This thing's going to want to move around. So I'm just going to wiggle them in. Like you could see me where I'm just sticking them in the hole. And I'm just focus. I'm rotating them, just kind of going back and forth. So like this one right here, I'm going to put this in here and I'm just going to rotate it and hinge it in place. That's what I'm doing here. Should have worked from, I'm hoping I get this one in here. Should have worked from the bottom all the way up, but I didn't. So you may have to hinge some of these around. Boy, that one doesn't want to go in. Trying to get these all in here. There we go. I think that's it right there. I think it looks pretty good. And that concludes bag number 6 with just a handful of pieces remaining. Yeah, I mean, not too bad. Okay, now we are going to finish this up with bag 7. And I want to thank everyone on my main channel and Patreon for being contributors. It's always a big help. So if you see your name there, I appreciate a ton. Always a big help. In addition to that, I want to thank everyone for checking out my Rebrickable profile, and checking out my building guides. So trying to expand the library on that as much as I can. Oh, he's got some bright colors here to look at. And lastly, if you like my content, feel free to subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And you can sample it, share it with your family and friends, and you know, all sorts of stuff. And if you just find out this just isn't your thing, that's quite all right, you know. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in bright green before, these little 1x1 Technic beams, but now we have. Although these other pieces I've seen before. And yeah, we get two big ones, so we're obviously going to be working with that. So it looks like we are going to be building the mushroom. It's a mushroom thing. Woodland Mushrooms. Oh boy, isn't that fun? Got more Technic. But these are perfect for foliage. So I may be inclined to get a few more of those. Okay. So it looks like we're going to be stacking 4 so far. Let's just stack 4 on there. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, when I get done with this, it's still dark outside. I need to go out and spray those Black Widows things down a bit more. I get home this evening, I'm going to rip that thing off the pole out there and just be done with it. Okay, that's 6. It wants me to do an assembly here, but it's easier, I found out, to put these on individually, so that's what I'm going to do. It's just easier to do it this way. Do you have to do it like that? No, you can follow the book, but just from experience, we'll do it like this instead. Okay, and then that is it for the shaft there. Alright. Now we need to get a Technic nail. Shove that in that hole. And then we need to, we should have made the column first. What I'm going to do is shove this in here right now. See, the more pieces you put in there, the harder it gets to press down in there. But I really want that to bite in there really good. And then we don't need the steering wheel right now. We need another round brick. I remember that ball pit I built. I needed some of those and other colors. Well, I got 2 lime greens. I'm looking for another round brick, but I don't see it in here. Did I just use it on that by accident? Well, I did by accident. Let's pop that off of here. Put a plate on that instead. Sometimes I make mistakes. That's why I can't guarantee these. But that's quite alright. I'm building like a human being. And then that's it. But we're not done with that yet, so it looks like that at the bottom. We're getting close to completion, about 90% done with this. Remember in the last installment we did one of these with the steering wheel. Well, you're going to have to do it all over again. So what I'm going to do is do it a little differently. Kind of line it up with this thing here. And then what I'm going to do is just put some in between here. Now you could build yours any way you want. It's your set. You can do it any way. I'm not going to tell you how to build. But I can just make suggestions here. And, you know, and I need to put this as a disclaimer. I've had a few instances in the past. I'm not a professional builder by any means. I mean, the only thing I build is applications. Stuff to make our lives easier, AI stuff, but well, for this, I don't want to think too hard. Some of these are a little out of whack right now, but we don't care. Okay, just think we're only halfway done. It's gonna take us some time to put this in here. Yeah, Father's Day is coming up too. That's the next holiday. Unfortunately, the only way I can visit my dad is at the cemetery, so things have changed. It's going to feel kind of weird. It was weird when the day that my dad passed away, we kind of just observe it now. And it's just, I don't know, just that day feels kind of empty, like something's missing. So if you've ever lost a parent, yeah. Oh, I've never seen these in cool or spring green before. Technic bushings. Well, well, well now, that's not a bad part. So there's the last tooth. And then now this goes onto here, like that. And then now you just kind of push these in, and we're just going to balance them out. Now you don't have to go this thing, but I'll go OCD. So I'm just kind of, sliding things around here, like that. Looks pretty good. Alright, and then after you do that whole song and dance there, you stick it on this. Put my finger there, and I'm going to just kind of push this in. There we go. Hey, I survived. It didn't fall apart. I'm doing pretty good so far this morning. And then this thing here now, where does it go? Oh, I see where it goes. Okay. It goes right in here. The leaves are hiding it, so we're going to have to move some leaves out of the way. It's right in that hole there. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of going forward, so I'm just going to drop this down in here. There's a cross hole in there. You just have to kind of feel for it. And then, well, this leaf here, let me pop that out. This leaf is becoming a problem, so I'm going to swing this leaf out of the way. We don't want any catastrophic errors. And then I'm just going to push these back around it here like that. So let's see here. Let's see what it looks like under here. I'm going to be very careful here. So it's kind of locked in and all that there. Yeah. You know, the other YouTubers, they won't even cover all this. Why? Because they're interested in getting the set done. To me, well, I'm interested in getting it done too. But I want to show you the angles. And yeah, you can see it's really coming out nice. This is looking really good. Okay, now we're building two fern leaf piece things. So we need to put a cap on this. So you gotta remember now, we gotta build two of these, so we're just building clones, not mirrors. And okay. Let me bring this in for you a bit more so you can see what I see and I can see what you see. I bet these are going to go in those ball joints. But let's start putting these in here. I mean, this set uses a lot of bright colors. Remember that dry flowers set that I built? Yeah, that wasn't very colorful, but this one here most certainly is. We're just using colors here, especially in Technic form. Looks like a microphone. Or you know what? Some of you guys will probably remember, these was at the tail end of my lifetime, or my childhood. Remember slide rules for those who are, not a slide rule. Remember those things that they would teach us back in grade school, the beads that were on a thing you had to count? Like we had ones, tens, hundreds, thousands and stuff. Yeah, that's what it kind of reminds me of. I do have one in storage that I snagged from my elementary school. They were going to toss them out. I told my teacher I'd like to take one home, so I took the best one home. And I've kept it all these years. So I kind of hung on to that. I do have a slide rule. I know how to use a slide rule. But now with the advent of programmable calculators, slide rules are just kind of a novelty item now. I remembered all the way up till I was going through grad school. You're not allowed to use programming calculators of any kind, nor slide rules or beads. I kid you not. That's what they said. And yeah, it was just something else when they said don't do that. Okay, so we're going to have to put 4 of these on here now. You know, I'm sure some of you who watching this are probably around my age range who know what a slide rule is. My nephew saw one. He thought, well, this is a strange ruler. And I said, no, that's a slide rule. That was a calculator. Well, didn't you have calculators when you were a kid? I said, yeah, but we were also taught slide rules. Would I ever go back to using a slide rule? Absolutely not. I don't want to have to think too hard. But when you get to computer programming, you just don't deal with it all that much. So slide rules are just kind of just like I said, just an antique, a novelty item. Don't you dare. I use a modern slide rule called my brain. I use a computer and write up a program that does it for me. I remembered writing up programs on my programming calculator. My teacher's like, well, if you can write up a program that will solve problems, go right ahead. Because I've never seen anybody really do it. So I did and showed him the programs for the exam, and he approved of it too, and I thought that was the coolest thing because I had a way to check my work. I still had to show my work on the exam. Oops. So yeah, I was watching a story that they say the college degree is not really worth what it once was. Well, yeah, with AI now, we got to train everybody how to use AI. Well, we just have AI learn itself then. And it's getting to be hard even to find interns anymore. So that's becoming more of a challenge. Okay, I see what we're doing here. Okay, so we're using some of the bigger pieces, and I know somebody's going to get confused on this. They shove it right here and they tilt it like that. So, making sure I can show you here. These are going to move around a bit, so they're like that. The thing about doing these type of videos, that doesn't go there. The thing about doing these type of videos is I can share my experiences, life experiences and stuff, things that I have to deal with, disabilities and stuff, and that's the beauty of this. And for those who don't know, yes, I have a form of autism. Didn't stop me from going through school. It's high functioning, so I still do the same things. I drive a car and work 60 hours and do boring things like chores, and it's my level of thinking. It's a little different, so I got to do things a little differently, but who cares, because difference is always cool. It's like building a Lego set. You can build your Lego set any way you want. It's your set. You can do it however you choose. That's why on my channel, you notice I never say that my way is the correct way, because you build it any way you want. Okay, now we got to put these in here. Boy, this is getting kind of dicey, huh? Boy, you can... Well, I was hearing the crickets until I heard the hard drive rev up. And so it goes like that, and there's one piece here at the top, so just rotate that around and stick that in there like that. Okay. I'll show you what one of these look like when we're done. Once you start interlocking these, it's not too bad. I mean, these are not bad at all. I mean, this is not a bad set. This is a very relaxing stuff because I like doing nature stuff. So if you really are into stuff like this, this is probably the set for you. And that's what your leaf is supposed to look like. There's always one side that has to face the ground. Just imagine you had to build a whole entire fern or something like that with that. My goodness, it'd take you a long time. Now we'll just put these on here. Now we know how it goes together. Building trees and stuff like that, matter of fact, if you could put some around the other side, could you ever make a life-size tree? If you had millions of dollars, you probably could. if you have very deep pockets, you know, you can do that. I'm a long ways away from that. Hey, I get questions asked, though, about why don't I ever start a Lego city. It's just time and space. Right now I'm taking care of a family, and I don't have the space right now, nor the time, to really invest into a city. So that's why you don't. Now, your leaves don't have to be on perfect, but there's the other one right there. And I think that's it. Usually, they usually give you an extra one of these here, too. And that's what we have remaining there for bag 7 in the build. Let me put that up because I don't want to be trampling over something here. And then, yeah, I was right. These ball joints, what a waste. I'll be snagging those out of here. They go right in these two areas. So I'm assuming the nice side faces this way. So, what I'm going to do is just kind of set it in like this. Grab the bottom like this right here, and I'm going to pinch it in. So, ready? This thing doesn't even have an ear that tells you it makes a clicking noise. So I'm just going to leave them like this. Same thing with this one, except I'm on the left side, not the right side. So I'm just going to do that real quick, and just take my thumb and pop it in. And then now we can just rotate and move these around. And that's it right there. We are done. This is a very enjoyable build. I mean, I used to frown upon these until I got my first sample, and I'm going to tell you, they're worth the money because you do not have to go and buy fake flowers, which is just as much as this anyways. And I think we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to set up right now. Okay, now we're going to set up. That's it. As you can see, I may not even have to. Let me just drop this camera down at least a notch. But I'm pretty pleased with the build. I think for summation, you can see the dusty speaker down there. I'm going to say that you are getting, $80. That's average for this. I'm going to say that it's not a waste of time. I didn't waste my time on this one. I didn't feel like my time was wasted. So I think, anything, I think it was a very relaxing, enjoyable build here. Let's go up a little higher because I want to get the top of the mushrooms here. And yeah, I get that question. Why don't I just edit this part out of the video? Because I can talk in this portion too. And yeah, I think I'm going to do is, I don't need a turntable for it. We're just going to go commando here. And yeah, I think it looks like the picture, except we're facing mostly down here. Got more of a different angle here with this. But overall, I'm pleased with it, not because LEGO sent it to me for free, but I didn't feel like I wasted my time. I have tutorials I got to go through. And for the most part, this one's not bad. And I can see this being placed like in a corner. I'll show you here. Here's the corner of my workbench. If this was a cubicle, that works perfect. If they had a little pond and something below it, I think it'd look really good. But you know what? Hey, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not disappointed. I have a few in our group that don't like these. Okay, I said the same thing, like, oh, these don't look fun. I mean, it's something different than normally what I would build. I mean, I do some terrains and stuff, but I'm pretty pleased with it. Okay, so I think we have it made here. I think this is really good. And I think whoever's going to get this, you are going to have a good, fun time. The only thing I'm disappointed with, you can't share it with a friend. I say build quality is just, it is for what it is. I'm going to say an 8 out of 10. Also because it's not a collaborative build by any means. So you can't collab with a friend on this, unfortunately. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Well, I think we're ready for the formal tour. I can get this done and get my buns ready for work. Here are the woodland mushrooms all assembled, and as you can tell, this is a very bright, colorful set. Despite of what it is, we have several different types of mushrooms and ferns and stuff growing through here. I'm going to try my best to name some of these. So right here we have the autumn crocus, and then we have bracken back here, these two fern-looking things, and then we have the common bonnets, which are here, which is really cool. And you know, it doubles up as an educational set too. And then we have the oyster mushrooms right here. And then the golden chanterelle, if I'm pronouncing that right, I probably got that wrong. And then we have the, which are these right here, these big orangey things, the Fly Agaric. I don't know, I'm reading it from the building guide here. And then over here we do have the Collared Earthstar. And these right here are the, okay, let me try it here. Marzipan Fibrecap. I don't know. But the building guide here does list all of these. So that's even better. So the guide does come with it. This is more like an educational set than a botanical set, but I like the fact that LEGO did put some information about what we're building here, because now we know what these are, what we know what to look for if we're out in the forest and stuff. But as you can see though, I mean, it's really nice. Now there's obviously, you got to have this one face the wall. There's a hole here so you can hide things in there if you want. But you have at least 3 sides here that are at least decorated, like you can see right here. It looks like we just have a portion of dirt, like we just dug this out of the ground, which looks really cool. And that's what it is. It's just meant to be a shelf queen, just to be displayed. And as you can tell, even on this with the white workbench, white wall, this adds color. This has a lot of color. Despite of when we started this build, it came with a lot of greens and browns, but as you can tell here with everything on the top, this really does stand out. So we're going to start the review with build experience. Now, the bright colors will pull you in the build. I wasn't bored of this set. This was a very relaxing build. It can get tedious and repetition at times, but it's not too bad. It was fun, especially for an adult. This was a very relaxing build because I like doing nature outdoor stuff. This one really does fit the bill. This one looks really good. So I'd say if you're looking for something with a really good build experience, this one's it. As far as for build quality, I'm going to have to say this one is average. This piece here can pop off. I had some issues with these. And some of these leaf pieces here will fall off. So, I mean, it's just typical. And some of these here, if you're not careful, they may flake off. But everything else is anchored down pretty well. Not too bad. Now, unfortunately, this one doesn't really have any play value, so you really can't play with this. It's just meant to be displayed. Now, as far as dropping this into a city, you could make it work if you want to make it in some kind of like a fantasy land type thing, but putting this in a city, though, not so much. But some of these plant pieces you could probably pull out of here. Maybe make these back here into trees. I don't know. It would just work really well for that. But for city-wise, I'm going to say that, it's probably not going to be suited for a city. But you could use these pieces to make another type of botanical or to make other creations. It comes with a lot of unique colored parts. So this is more like a parts pack for some, but for me, this is a nice display piece. So that's what it is. And overall, I'm pretty pleased with the set. It was fun to put together. It kept my interest. I wasn't bored with it. Now, sadly, this is not a collaborative build, so you can't share the build with a friend. You're either going to have to take turns or build solo. So I was really hoping that this one here would have been like our traditional botanical where we can just all build part of the project and put our stuff together at the end. But this one's sadly not so. So this is one you just build and you set on the plate. You build a little bit more and you set it on the plate. So that's pretty much what this is. It's not something you could share. But it's not too bad, though. And honestly, I'm pretty pleased with it. Now I got to give this one here an 8 out of 10 just due to build quality and a little bit for the lack of a collaborative build. But if you're looking for something that's not boring, this one is it. I wasn't bored putting this one together. Like I mentioned, some steps could get a little repetitious. But other than that, though, it's not like you're building 20 of an item and just putting them on there and watching them flake off. And overall, with the detail on this set, this is something I'm going to keep around for a while. I am going to put this one on display. But I am pretty pleased with this. So if you're really into botanicals and stuff that grows in a forest like mushrooms and stuff, here you go. I can see this being used in a kitchen, although I wouldn't want to put it by a stove with all the grease. But maybe in a kitchen by a cookie jar or something like that, or even in a bathroom, this one would look really good. But honestly, though, at the end of the day, I'm pleased with it. I wasn't dissatisfied with it. And if like I wasted my time on the set, this one was well worth putting together. But tell me what you think of the Woodland Mushrooms.